welcome back to Beauty Bee, where today we are doing a get ready with me using my Pandas eyeshadow selections. Now, I haven't fully thought through exactly what I'm going to do yet, but I'm pretty sure that I want to use quite a bit of this sort of reddish orange shade, maybe a little bit of this bronze, which is also in my Pandas eyeshadows, and I have sort of a peachy gold as well. So I think my plan, at least for right now, is to use this pretty much all over the lid. And I have my mirror right here. I'm so sorry if this is absolutely blinding, but I don't think it is, based on just what I can see in the viewfinder. So I'm just going to put that all over the lid. I've already put down primer, already set my primer. Let's see, I have my eyebrows on and I've concealed my chin a little bit, as well as some lovely spots. But I think that's it, she says, after she talks through like 5 different things that she's done. Okay. Just putting that pretty much all over the lid. I'm leaving the very inner corner bare, and I'm not worrying too much about really filling in the outer corner because I'm definitely going to layer something over that spot, but otherwise, more or less the lid. I really do like the sort of golden sheen that this has. I think it's a really interesting color and not similar to anything else I own. It's very pretty. Now I think we're going to transition to this peachy gold shade. I'm going to take that again on my finger and just pat that into the inner corner and maybe layer it over about the first third of my lid. Yeah, I like the way those two are blending into one another. Okay, so there is probably a good chunk of the look done. I think that I want to use something a little bit deeper in my crease. I don't want to use my taupe though. That is the only deeper matte that I have pulled this month, and I just don't think it goes with what I have on the rest of my face. So I think I'm actually going to go into my bronzer. This is Laguna from NARS. It's the little sample that they have in the Sephora birthday set this year. And we're actually going to use another birthday set product, I think, on the cheeks. So I'm just going to stick that in the crease pretty lightly. I kind of wish that I had something a little bit cooler. I think that would be interesting with this look, but I am running off of just the makeup that I packed with me, and I don't have anything that's cool, matte, and not, you know, taupey gray, which I think would just be a little bit too much for this look. So going in with the bronzer. That combination of the peachy gold and the red orange is looking really interesting when it hits the light the right way. I don't know if I can capture that on camera, but it's really pretty. I think I'm going to have to play with this color combination again. Now I think I'm actually going to go in to the shimmery bronze that I showed you earlier. I believe that this is a Wet n Wild highlighter, actually. I bought their 4-pan highlighter set. I'm going to use that sort of as transition color. I really like using a slightly shimmery color as a transition. In any case, I think I was talking about this 4-pan highlighter set that I got from Wet n Wild. This one was just clearly too dark for me, so I took it out and repressed it into an eyeshadow pan, and that is how it has been used ever since. So that is giving me just a little bit of interesting shine. I think that I want to build up that gold a little bit and take it right along this area where at least my eyes are darkest. I think I'm going to take that on a shader brush and just hit that sort of dark line along my orbital bone. Yes. I actually have a new white shade that I think I'm going to layer over it. Which, let's talk about that. This is a Tarte shade. I don't actually know what the shade name is. I will try to add that in the description box. But this is what I broke my no buy for the month for. I didn't take into account that there might be casualties as I was moving all of my makeup. And the short version of events is that I no longer had any shimmery brow bone highlight that wasn't purple. Like, I have a Wet n Wild highlighter, actually from the same 4pan that we were talking about earlier, that is white with sort of a purple sheen. But that doesn't look right with every look, so I decided that I needed another one because I don't prefer using mattes there. That's definitely an area of my face where I prefer to use something a little bit shimmery. So I broke my no buy. I also got this in the same order, as well as another thing that we're going to talk about in just a second. I think that's the eyes more or less. I might add some lower liner. Actually, you know what? I forgot to add my outer corner shade. For that, I'm going to use this red shade. This is, I believe, Pinup from Shades by Shan. It's like one of those little brands that you never see in stores. You just see it in subscription boxes. I got this through Ipsy. I'm just going to put that on the outer corner. Really bring out that this is a red look rather than an orange. It is not the most pigmented shade. It is not a super impressive shadow, but that's okay because I don't really have a use for a really bold red eyeshadow. If you do, this is probably not the one to look for. Okay, so now I think the eyes are more or less done for now. I will reconsider at the end if I want to add some smudged eyeliner or something on the lower lash line, but for right now I think I'm going to move to the rest of the face. So I'm going to do quite a bit of blush today, and I'm going to start out with this Wet n Wild blush. This is Rosé Champagne. Yes, you would think I would know by now, considering how often I use this. So I'm taking this on this really big old blush brush, and I'm going to put this on my temples, across my cheeks, across my nose, and then all the way to the other temple. This is not a super pigmented product, so I feel pretty comfortable really layering it on. And I am wanting a lot of blush today. Okay. I love the little clicks that makeup products make when you snap them closed. Next up, I'm going to use this new blush. This is Quirky from Tarte. It is part of their birthday gift. I didn't realize this, but Tarte lets you claim your birthday gift year-round if you join their rewards program. So I did that, and I'm just gonna pop that right on the apple of my cheek. And I got this little birthday set that had Quirky as well as a mini Lights Camera Lashes mascara. The one that's in the purple tube that looks kind of leathery. Okay. Need to do some blending with that. So I'm just going to take, this is actually a bronzer brush, I think. None of these Anjou brushes that I have are labeled, but I always think of it as a bronzer brush because that's what I usually use it for. I went over my spot and it's making my blush look really unblended. Okay, I think that we are doing well there. And now I am going to add some bronzer. I'm just going to take that on the same bronzer brush. Goodness. And put that over my forehead. I'm also going to put a little bit of it on my chin because I did put concealer there. And I think that's looking good. Maybe try to blend it down a little bit. Okay. I think we are doing well on that front. I hope that I was not holding my mirror in front of the camera the entire time. I think I might have been. I also want a little bit of highlighter. I think I'm going to use this Wet n Wild Hummingbird blush. This is Hummingbird Hype. My makeup conspiracy recently has been that these Hummingbird blushes are just their Mega Glow highlighters in different packaging. Actually, not even in different packaging. In exactly the same packaging, just with the Hummingbird stamped into them. Because they feel exactly the same. And they're the same subtly glowy formula and everything. Anyway, that's my little conspiracy theory. I suppose that I could just look at the website and see the ingredients list, but I don't know that I really care that much. Though, now that I've said it, that really wouldn't take very long. I should just go and do it. So because I didn't know exactly what I was doing, I pulled like 4 different lip products and I'm not exactly sure which one I want to use. I'm thinking maybe what I will do is just start with this e.l.f. Day to Night lipstick duo, and I think it's Need It Neutrals, Need It Nudes. And I'll probably layer something over because I don't want this to be a super orange look. I had a rosy gloss that would have been perfect for this, but I actually used it up. And now I am glossless-ish. I am a little upset about that because it would have really been perfect. And if I'd just been able to keep it around for, I don't know, maybe 2 days more, I could have worn it today. So I'm going to blot this down just by kissing the back of my hand, just to take some of that creaminess away. And then I'm going to layer this red lipstick over it. This is 999 from Dior. I do like that color a lot. I think that I'm going to have to keep that mixture in mind. Okay, so now that we are at the end, I do think that I'm doing okay without anything on the lower lash line. So I'm just going to add some mascara and I think that will be the look. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed. I hope you like the look that I came up with. I do. I think I'm a little over blushed in person, but on camera I don't think that's translating very well, which is fine by me. I wasn't sure about this reddish orange when I pulled it, but I think that it's actually a really pretty color. I'm glad that I drew it this month. It's not something that I would have thought to play with otherwise. If you are interested in any of the other shades that I pulled in my Pandas eyeshadows, I will have my Pandas eyeshadows playlist linked up in the cards as well as down in the description box. And I intend to do another Get Ready With Me focusing on the other shades in a week or 2. Thanks again for watching. I hope you'll consider liking and subscribing if you enjoyed, and I really hope that I will see you next time. Bye!